the #1 wideouts. Guess what? You think about Chris Olave, right? You learn a lot from Olave. Jordyn Tyson can make any catch you ask him to make. He can go high, he can go low. He's tremendous after the catch guy. Loves this football player. Hey, he had a hamstring. He tried to play through a hamstring and injured the other hamstring. Why? Because he's so competitive. What did Kenny Dillingham say? I had to try to protect Tyson from Tyson because he wouldn't get off the field. And he didn't have a chance to rest him. He never rattled if he stays healthy.
And here's the thing I'll say about the injury is everybody's concerned. When you play in the National Football League, the injury rate is 100%. It's not if you're going to get hurt, it's when. Everybody's going to get hurt. You just hope it's not a catastrophic injury. I'm not concerned. He's the most talented wide receiver in the draft. He gives you vibes, Greeny, of Odell Beckham Jr. He can catch the football with ease. He's explosive, and he can make big plays from the field.
Hines Ward did. Hines Ward coached Jordyn Tyson. Let's get ready for the National Football League.
Guys, I wonder if you can see the emotion in the face there of Jordyn Tyson, who was overcome on his way to the stage. What a moment. And what a reminder of what this night is about. Of course, it's about what the Saints are going to have in him as a football player, but it's also about the culmination of a lifetime of work, and you see it all coming out in Jordyn Tyson as he made that walk.
Look, full stop. This is the best wide receiver in the draft. Look, I love Carnell Tate. We all love Carnell Tate. We all love Mekhi Lemon. We all love Denzel Boston. This guy right here is a problem. He is big. He is super, super explosive. He is tough. He can run every route. He can play all three positions. He can play the Z, the X, the slot. I'm just telling you now. Him, Chris Olave, Travis Etienne, Tyler Shuck is sitting there going, oh yeah, buddy. We're on, here comes the Saints now. This is a nice draft pick. Kellen Moore's got to be ecstatic that this kid is sitting there for them to pick.
And here's the thing about Greeny. You see that emotion? Because all through the draft process, all we kept saying, he's injury prone. Everybody tried to knock this young man down because of the injury. So that emotion coming out is somebody believed in him when everybody during the process says they weren't. And I love that for him.
Let's hear from a Marriott Bonvoy. Takes us down to Laura, who's standing by with Jordyn Tyson.
Jordyn, you're out here singing. We saw you overcome with emotion as you were making the walk. What were you thinking in those moments?
I'm just so thankful, so blessed. The Lord's doing work on me. He's not done. We're just going to keep this thing rolling. I'm going to give it my all, and that's all I can do.
What can you say to those out there who may deal with adversity, injuries in this game, some of the things that you've handled about perseverance?
The Lord said it's going to be hard, and you have to persevere. Life is not easy. Keep going, boy. You got it. You strong. I promise you, you're so strong. Just keep going. You got it.
Congratulations.
What a moment. Booger, as you were pointing out, the number of times over the last year or so, he must have wondered if this moment would ever come.
Well, no doubt, Greeny. And everyone throughout the process, we knew about the talent, but we just kept talking about the negativity, the injuries. Is he going to be healthy? He missed 1 out of every 3 games. That young man heard that. And now the emotion you see coming out is well-deserved by him.
So the booing that you hear behind us is because the Cleveland Browns pick is in, and that, of course, is the arch rival of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Miller, we have 30 seconds. What are we looking at?
We had the left tackle sitting there for the Cleveland Browns. They trade down. You got Caden Proctor, Alabama. You got Monroe Freeling, Georgia. You got the right tackle, C.C. Malinois, right tackle guard, Miami. But the left tackle spot, so critical. Always heard about Cleveland is Caden Proctor and Monroe Freeling. Now they got a shot to make the pick. Take one of those 2 guys, and you trade down. Get 2 extra picks by doing it. Great move by the Cleveland Browns and GM Andrew Berry.
Cleveland maneuvering their way back in the draft, and they have not seen any offensive linemen go off the board to this point. So if that is the direction they go, they will have their choice of whomever it is they want. We will find it out right now. And a pick that they got by trading back with Kansas City. The Browns are here at 9, and the committee.
With the 9th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Spencer Fano, tackle, Utah.
And there he is, the first offensive lineman off the board.
His football instinct and his football IQ when it comes to playing linebacker, having been a former safety, are just continuing to improve, getting crease nuts held so that he can play downhill, key and diagnose, make TFLs like that. That's exactly what you want. A guy who's a former safety, how is he going to be able to play at the line of scrimmage as far as setting blocks and still being able to be productive at the point of attack? You see it there. He's getting better at that. his lateral agility, when you have a guy who's this big and covers this much ground, that's going to be no problem for him. He's going to chase ball carriers down all over the field. And then his recognition and his reaction, his ability to transition in man or zone coverage. Again, the safety background comes into play. That's something he's going to excel at on third down when he gets to the league. Who's another guy who made this transition? The great Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher, who played that robber position in those free safety looks at New Mexico, transitioned into being one of the great linebackers with his height, his weight, his speed, and then eventually his physicality. That's what Sonny Styles is going to be. And here's the topper. This kid has no chinks in his armor when you're talking about football character. He is the creme de la creme when it comes to football character. He will be the face of that franchise along with Jayden Daniels.
When you have a guy that's this long, a lot of the coaches talk to me about him in pass coverage. We see the athleticism, but his wingspan is so big. Now, when he drops back in zone coverage, he's going to be hard to throw over. You got to fit the ball over a guy that's 6'4" with over an 80-inch wingspan. Nowadays, with so much zone coverage and so much too high safety, now you have another guy in the middle of the field that can take up a ton of space, Mel.
He was Sonny Styles. He cut down dramatically on the missed tackles. He transitioned safety to linebacker off ball. 2024, a lot of missed tackles. 2025, very few. He actually had 13 more tackles for Odell Recent. As far as the sack number, he got after the quarterback in his first year at off ball, had 6 sacks in 2024. He had 2 in the playoffs, 1 against Texas and 1 at Notre Dame. Now, he only had 1 sack this past season. He showed 2 years ago he could give you that pass rush. He is a tremendously talented player with so many versatile, mobile, athletic quarterbacks. This kid can track you down big time. They get the 4th best player, in my opinion, with 7th pick. Great choice for Washington.
Of course, his dad, Lorenzo Styles, was also a great player at Ohio State. Marriott Bonvoy takes us down to Laura and Sonny Styles.
Sonny, we saw your smile when you looked at that Commanders jersey and you put on the hat. What should Commanders fans know about what they're getting in you?
Oh, man, I love the game. I love the guys. I love the brotherhood. I'm excited to be a part of the organization. Coach Quinn, Mr. Peters, the whole. Remember, I was there a few weeks ago. I told Coach Quinn, I was like, hopefully I'll be back soon. He said, we'll see. So I'm super happy.
You have now been drafted. Your brother Lorenzo Jr. will be drafted this weekend. What do you remember about being little boys and imagining this night?
Man, Zoe's, he's my best friend, my inspiration. Just chasing him around. We dreamed about this since we were 5 years old. So to see it all happen, we're living out the dream. But it's just the beginning, just the beginning.
Enjoy this.
Yes, man, thank you.
All right, Laura, thank you. This draft is being held in Pittsburgh. You might just as well have moved it down the road to Columbus. We've had 3 Buckeyes in these first 7 picks. Carnell Tate is a Tennessee Titan. Arvell Reese is a New York Giant. Sonny Styles is a Washington Commander.